It's not a soul contract situation, okay? This is the day-to-day stuff, not the overall lifetime stuff. Hi friends, this is CG from the Galactic Soul coming to you with another episode of Spirit Dispatch. I am so happy you're here today. If you are new, welcome. Definitely make sure you subscribe below so we can be YouTube friends. So today on this episode, we are going to go over karma. Enter Taylor Swift. Literally, karma is so freaking huge and it's not really talked about a lot. So I'm hoping that this kind of clears up some questions that you may have. But if you do have other questions, definitely comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. But let's get into it. So karma is a concept that is really rooted in many religions, really Buddhism and Hinduism. It really is the idea that every single action has consequences. So whether that is positive or whether that's negative, it's just overall consequences. So consequences is really looked at as a negative word, like, oh, like, if you do that, there's going to be consequences. But there are positive consequences. There are positive karma. Right? Like if you are good at school and you're studying and you're doing your homework and everything, like your consequence is getting good grades. Like you are going to excel, right? Just as a small example. But good deeds literally translate to positive outcomes and obviously bad result in negative. So in essence, it's really a cause and effect. And it really focuses on our morals and our ethical behaviors in our day-to-day life. Again, we're going to go over some key concepts, some origins, some practices, resources, the good and the bad, all of that. So if this is for you, definitely stick around. Starting with key concepts, karma is really a cause and effect, right? As I stated before. So every single action or intention has a corresponding reasoning. It has a reaction to what you're doing. So it could be in life, it could be future lives, it could be past lives. Like we are holding on to all of this karma, whether it's good and bad. So we have the moral responsibility of understanding that karma really emphasizes personal accountability, right? From lifetime to lifetime. And one's actions is really going to have an outcome to what happens in the future. So understanding the responsibility of what you do and the actions and words that you say and taking that responsibility is really what's most important here. So a lot of people are, especially millennials, we are going through a purge of generational curses right now. It's like absolutely insane, right? So many people are doing the work, but accepting responsibility for either your actions, past life actions, your bloodline actions, accepting that responsibility and saying, okay, I understand, I accept that happened, but how do we move forward? How do we move forward and be better, right? And that brings about the reincarnation. So I was talking about past lives, this life, future lives. In many traditions, karma is really truly linked with the cycle of rebirth and suggesting that the consequences in every single life may carry over into future lives. So the best that you can do, like calling in positive karma, is really going to benefit your soul in future lives. It's going to help it ascend quicker, be better, being a better eternal being because of it, spiritually. The origins of karma is really an ancient Indian subject in Hinduism, and it is labeled in the Vedas. It is really like central concept in many, many religions on this planet. So again, Hinduism, Buddhism, even Judaism, there is like what you put out is what you're going to get back. So if you put good karma out, you're going to get good karma back. If you put bad karma out, you're going to get bad karma back. It's really this revolving door of what you give to others, you're going to get back yourself. But the word karma is actually Sanskrit, and it means action or deed. So good deed is really what we are going for here. And understanding that the energy you put out is the energy you get back. Many people look at the bottom line of karma when they are making decisions. Like, how is this going to affect me? How is this going to affect others around me? How is this going to, like, it really causes you to create and make ethical decisions going forward within your day-to-day life. So it really encourages individuals to act on kindness and compassion, integrity, empathy, all of the good stuff, right? Like it really is making a decision and gaining a higher perspective on how it's really going to affect you and those around you. And it's going to help you perform better and feel better, because the good, when you start doing good actions, your frequency starts raising. And once your frequency starts raising, there's no room. There's no room for bad karma. There's no room for negativity, because everything kind of turns into a positive note. Everything kind of turns into a lesson that you learn from, okay? Everything is happening for you, not to you. You got to remember that. So when things happen, it's happening for you to learn from that lesson. Maintaining positive thoughts and really avoiding these harmful behaviors is really going to create that good karma for the rest of this life and for future lives. For practices, I personally love, every once in a while, if I'm in a drive-through, pay for the person behind. And it kind of causes a ripple effect. So I love doing that. Definitely think about doing that. It's really just doing that small little action, and it's going to cause a ripple effect and kind of make everyone's day in that line until it's cut. It's going to get cut somewhere, right? But it's going to create a ripple, and you have no idea what other people are going through. So putting that good karma out there, and obviously, you know, some people don't have the money to pay for others, and that's completely understandable. But it really does encourage you to reflect if you are in that chain, okay? Goods and the bads of karma. It helps you create better decisions, right? It encourages ethical behavior. It encourages and motivates you to be a better person, to be compassionate, to be empathetic, and it will create a more harmonious society, whether that is you helping your community or you just helping your roommate, okay? It really does also help with personal growth, because it makes you focus on the positive actions, the positive outcomes of your life, and it allows you to grow more spiritually and emotionally with that positive energy, that positive force behind it. And also, you kind of have this deep sense of justice. Like the universe has got it. You know, if someone does you bad, it doesn't automatically mean that you need to fight back, because karma will get them. The universe will teach them and allow them to understand that what they did was incorrect. You don't have to do anything to show that back to them. There's no reason to do that. Obviously, take this with a grain of salt. Get as a grain of salt, whatever. Yes, some actions need to be brought about and need to be, brought to court or something like that. But the day-to-day stuff where that is what the universe takes care of. Okay. Some of the parts, sometimes you focus way too much on the punishment that someone will get rather than them learning. So you really want to make sure that you come to every kind of decision or every kind of situation, event as a positive learning lesson, whether they learn it within 5 minutes of it happening or years down the line. They will learn it at some point, whether it's this lifetime or the next. So allow the universe and trust in the universe that that person or that being is going to understand. And there's no point in you making that happen. Also, there's this extreme side of karma where it can sometimes suggest that every misfortune is well-deserved. And that can lead to victimhood, victim blaming. That's not what we're going for here. Not everything is due to karma. Sometimes you chose the lesson, and that's what you chose prior to this lifetime, and that's the lesson that you need to learn. That's not karma. Karma is due to an action, okay? It's not a soul contract situation, okay? This is the day-to-day stuff, not the overall lifetime stuff. I really hope this helped, but as for another resource that you can go to, any kind of Hindu site, Buddhism site, the Buddhist Society is definitely something that you can look into. But there's also a lot of TED Talks on karma. One of them is What Goes Around Comes Around. And I'm not going to butcher their name because I literally cannot, but it's called What Goes Around Comes Around. And it really goes over the broader implications of karma, and it goes into it deeper, because again, these are just the basics of these spiritual subjects. Okay, I really did hope this helped someone. If you do have a question, definitely leave it in the comments below, and if this resonated and you learned something, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, because I would love to be friends with you. I love teaching and allowing you guys to learn more about spirituality, so definitely check out the Spirituality 101 playlist. Also, I would love for you to check out the Galactic Soul Shop as well. We have a lot of new releases of sweatshirts, t-shirts, all of that. So definitely check that out if you can. Other than that, thank you so much for being here today. And remember to always be yourself.